The gun control debate is heating up, and 2026 could bring sweeping changes to firearm ownership. Certain popular pistols are now in legislators' crosshairs, facing potential bans that could make them illegal to purchase overnight. Whether you're a gun owner, collector, or Second Amendment advocate, you need to know which handguns are at risk. Here are 10 popular pistols that may face bans in 2026. Number 10. Glock 17 and high-capacity variants. The Glock 17, with its standard 17-round magazine, has become a focal point in capacity restriction debates. Lawmakers in multiple states are pushing for magazine capacity limits of 10 rounds or less, which would effectively ban the Glock 17 inches its standard configuration. California, New York, and several other states have already implemented such restrictions, and federal proposals are gaining traction. The Glock 17's widespread adoption by law enforcement ironically makes it a target. Anti-gun advocates argue that if police need high-capacity magazines for protection, civilians shouldn't have access to the same firepower. This logic ignores that citizens face the same threats without backup or body armor. Beyond the Glock 17, this affects the entire high-capacity Glock family, including the Glock 19, Glock 34, and Glock 45. These are among America's most popular handguns, with millions in civilian hands. A federal capacity ban would grandfather existing magazines but prohibit future sales, effectively creating a two-tier system where new gun owners have fewer rights than current owners. Number 9. SIG Sauer P320 with modular chassis. The SIG P320's modular design, which allows users to swap frames, slides, and calibers, has attracted regulatory attention. Legislators concerned about ghost guns and untraceable firearms view the P320's modularity as problematic. The ability to change a pistol's configuration without serial number tracking worries those pushing for comprehensive firearm registration. Recent legislative proposals specifically target modular firearm systems, requiring serialization of every component. This would fundamentally change how the P320 operates and could make the platform economically unviable for manufacturers. The fact that the P320 is the U.S. military's current sidearm, M17, M18, provides some protection, but civilian versions lack that shield. The P320's prominence in the concealed carry market makes it a high-value target for gun control advocates. With millions sold and a thriving aftermarket for customization, restricting the P320 would impact a substantial portion of American gun owners. Number 8. Taurus Judge and multi-caliber revolvers. The Taurus Judge, capable of firing both 45 Colt 410 shot shell, has faced regulatory challenges since its introduction. Legislators in several states have attempted to classify it as a short-barreled shotgun, which would subject it to National Firearms Act regulations requiring a $200 tax stamp and registration. The Judge's unique capability makes it particularly effective for home defense, which ironically makes it a target for restriction. Anti-gun groups characterize it as an indiscriminate weapon due to the 410 shot shell capability, despite the Judge's effective range being quite limited compared to actual shotguns. Federal legislation proposed in 2025 specifically mentions revolvers capable of firing shotgun ammunition as requiring additional regulation. If passed, this would affect not just the Judge, but also the Smith & Wesson Governor and similar designs. The Judge's popularity, Taurus has sold over 1 million units, ensures any ban would affect a significant number of gun owners. Number 7. FN-5 The FN-5 has been controversial since its introduction due to its 5.7x 28mm cartridge, originally designed to penetrate body armor. Despite the fact that armor-piercing 5.7x 28mm ammunition is already restricted to law enforcement and military, the 5.7's reputation continues to attract regulatory attention. Legislative proposals specifically targeting cop-killer guns frequently mention the 5.7 by name. These proposals ignore that commercially available 5.7x 28mm ammunition performs similarly to standard 9mm against soft targets, and that true armor-piercing rounds are already prohibited for civilian ownership. The 5.7's 20-round standard capacity also makes it vulnerable to magazine restrictions. Combined with its tactical appearance and military pedigree, the 5.7 checks multiple boxes that legislators use to justify restrictions. The relatively small number of 5 CBNs in circulation, compared to Glocks or SIGs, means it could be banned without generating massive political backlash. Number 6. Any pistol with a threaded barrel. Threaded barrels, designed to accept suppressors or muzzle devices, have become a specific target of proposed legislation. Several states and federal proposals seek to ban handguns with threaded barrels, characterizing them as assault weapons or tools for criminal activity. This ignores the legitimate uses of threaded barrels, particularly for hearing protection. Suppressors reduce firearm noise to levels that prevent hearing damage, making them safety devices rather than tools for criminal activity. Countries with strict gun control, like the United Kingdom, actually encourage suppressor use for noise reduction. Many popular pistols come standard with threaded barrels or offer them as factory options. The SIG P365XL, Glock 19 MOS, CZ P7 suppressor ready, and countless others would be affected. The prevalence of threaded barrel options across manufacturers means a ban would impact a substantial percentage of new pistol sales. Call to action, mid-script. If this information concerns you, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. We'll keep you updated on legislative developments that could affect your gun rights. Share this video with fellow gun owners who need to stay informed, and comment below with your thoughts on these potential restrictions. Knowledge is power, especially when your rights are at stake. Now let's continue with the top 5 pistols facing potential bans. Number 5. Polymer 8.0 and build-it-yourself pistols. So-called ghost guns firearms built from parts kits without serial numbers have become a primary target for gun control advocates. Polymer 8.0 frames, which allow individuals to complete their own pistols at home, face regulatory extinction through both legislation and ATF rule changes. The Biden administration's 2022 rule requiring serialization of unfinished frames and receivers already impacted the market significantly. Further restrictions proposed for 2026 would prohibit the sale of parts kits entirely, even with serialized components. The argument is that self-built firearms circumvent background checks, though this ignores that commercially available components already require background checks. Beyond Polymer 8.0, this affects the entire ecosystem of build-it-yourself pistols, including 1,911 frame kits, Glock-compatible builds, and AR pistol kits. The DIY firearms community represents hundreds of thousands of Americans who enjoy building and customizing their guns, a hobby that could be criminalized overnight. Number 4. Pistol-braced AR and AK platforms. The ATF's ongoing battle with pistol braces has created regulatory chaos for millions of gun owners. AR and AK pistols, equipped with stabilizing braces, face potential reclassification as short-barreled rifles, requiring NFA registration, a $200 tax stamp per firearm, and compliance with additional restrictions. The ATF's constantly shifting position on pistol braces has left gun owners confused and vulnerable. Accessories that were legal when purchased could retroactively become illegal, turning law-abiding citizens into felons. The proposed 2026 legislation would settle the issue by simply banning pistol braces entirely, affecting an estimated 10 to 40 million firearms. This isn't just about AR pistols. The ruling affects any pistol with a brace, including popular options like the CZ Scorpion Evo, SIG MPX, and various AK pistol variants. Number 3. Glock switches and easily convertible pistols. The proliferation of illegal auto-sear devices, commonly called Glock switches, has prompted legislation targeting not just the switches, but the pistols themselves. Proposals would ban pistols deemed easily convertible to full automatic fire, potentially affecting all Glock models and similar striker-fire designs. This represents a dangerous precedent. Nearly any semi-automatic firearm can theoretically be converted to automatic fire with illegal modifications, but that doesn't make the firearm itself illegal. The proposed legislation would shift responsibility from criminals who install illegal auto-sears to manufacturers who produce legal semi-automatic pistols. The vague language of easily convertible could encompass virtually any modern pistol. Glocks, SIGs, Smith & Wessons, and others could all be banned under broad interpretations of such legislation. This approach criminalizes potential rather than actual actions, a fundamental departure from American legal principles. Number 2. Any pistol deemed an assault weapon. Expanded assault weapon definitions represent the most comprehensive threat to pistol ownership. Current proposals extend assault weapon criteria beyond rifles to include pistols with certain features. Threaded barrels, barrel shrouds, magazines outside the grip, weights over 50 ounces, or semi-automatic centerfire capability with detachable magazines. These criteria are cosmetic and functional features found on millions of pistols. A Beretta 92 with a threaded barrel could be classified as an assault weapon. A Desert Eagle exceeds the weight limit. Any pistol accepting detachable magazines, which is virtually all modern semi-automatic pistols, could be targeted. This approach has been used successfully in states like California, New York, and Massachusetts, where handgun rosters and feature bans have effectively prohibited hundreds of models. Number 1. Concealed carry pistols under May issue restoration. The Supreme Court's 2022 Bruin decision struck down May issue concealed carry permit systems, requiring states to adopt shall issue standards. However, legislative efforts are underway to effectively restore May issue through alternative restrictions that would make concealed carry permits virtually impossible to obtain. Proposed requirements include excessive training mandates, 80+ hours, liability insurance requirements, good moral character determinations, and sensitive place restrictions so expansive that legal carry becomes practically impossible. While not technically banning pistols, these restrictions would ban their practical use for self-defense. This affects every pistol designed for concealed carry: the SIG P365, Glock 43X, Smith & Wesson Shield, Springfield Hellcat, and countless others. These are among America's most popular pistols, with millions sold specifically for personal protection. Making concealed carry effectively impossible would eliminate the primary purpose of these firearms. The future of pistol ownership hangs in the balance as 2026 approaches. Whether through direct bans, capacity restrictions, feature prohibitions, or regulatory burden, these 10 categories of pistols face serious threats. Staying informed and politically active is crucial for preserving Second Amendment rights. Contact your representatives, support gun rights organizations, and make your voice heard. The right to keep and bear arms only survives when citizens defend it. What are your thoughts on these potential restrictions? Share your perspective in the comments below.